Tjetër të drejt për drejt është kryeministri Rama me trupin diplomatik të akredituar në Tiranë, pikërisht edhe për darkën tradicionale të fundvitit.
About the upcoming general elections will soon find their way into your memos and papers. I believe I have a pretty good idea of who will emerge victorious, but besides jokes, I can assure you that regardless of which political side the Albanian people will cast their vote for, they will all decide to stick with the values and the principles of the Euro-Atlantic community, to push for achieving the historical goal of becoming a good, proud member of the United European family, to support individual freedom, the rule of law, and democracy. These are non-negotiable commitments that transcend age, gender, religion, region, or political affiliation among Albanians. Albania has no plan B, only one unwavering and undisputable plan to join the European Union. And within this decade, we'll give it everything we have to make that happen. It goes without saying, though, that we want to be friends, good and loyal friends, to all the others around this table who live, work, and prosper beyond the boundaries of democratic Europe, like the brotherly Gulf countries, for example, whose political system is different from ours, but with whom our bond is strong, and I hope and pray will become even stronger. I wish the chair of the Russian Federation ambassador were not empty tonight, but his absence was not our choice. It was the grave choice of his country to break the ranks of peace seekers with an unprovoked and unjustified military assault on Ukraine. This tragic act on the doorstep of democratic Europe has inflicted untold sufferings, countless lives lost, and widespread destruction. Ukraine and its brave people command our admiration, our solidarity, and our unwavering support. May the coming year deliver peace, a just peace for Ukraine and its people. I also fervently hope the new year will bring peace between Israel and Palestine, ending the endless suffering of the people of Gaza and equally the harrowing ordeal of Israeli hostages still imprisoned in the darkness of Hamas' medieval dungeons. Albania is a staunch believer in the two-state solution. But let me be clear, no enduring resolution is possible with Hamas in the picture. Expecting peace under their influence would be as naive as attempting to rebuild Europe post-World War II alongside SS battalions. We cherish our strong alliance and friendship with the United States. I wish that the new year, coming after the longest and maybe the most fought campaign in its remarkable history of democratic battles, and with a new president in the White House, will bring new opportunities to strengthen further our bonds. This has been a landmark year for Albania. Looking back, I recall my first meeting with the predecessors of your predecessors a decade ago. At that time, our primary goal was simply to secure EU candidate status and start repairing Albania's tarnished international reputation. Today, the contrast is staggering. It feels like two entirely different worlds I lived in. It has been tough beyond words, but it has been worth fighting for all we made happen during these years. And we wish that the new year will need us to fly again with no delay for the opening of other clusters, keeping pace with a very ambitious goal we have set together with the EU Commission to close our negotiations at the end of 2027. I know pretty well that nobody will make it easy for us. Every inch forward will demand ever greater effort. But I want you all to know that we are looking just for that, with no illusions and no regrets. Albania's place in Europe is ours to claim, not yours to grant. It is our duty, and ours alone, to light Albania's yellow star in the Union's blue sky. This lesson learned the hard way is one we value deeply, especially thanks to some EU capitals that doubted what we were made of. For you have all heard the expression, an ambassador is an honest person who has to lie for the sake of his country. I do remember the awkwardness of some of your predecessors who had to constantly spin the vetoes or delays imposed on us after the Commission's recommendations to start accession talks with Albania. It wasn't easy, to put it mildly, but it was an incredibly useful learning curve and also an infuriating source of motivation to prove their capitals wrong. I'm not sure we would have grown up to the final task as much as we did if it didn't go that way. So you understand that my thanks above were sincere, and I mean it, as it couldn't be more sincere, the special friendship that was built exactly through that frustrating way between me and the actual NATO Secretary General, a man of liberal bluntness, Dutch ruthlessness, and long prime ministerness. That phase is over, but our struggles to get into the EU are far from over. Nevertheless, Silvio and all his colleagues from those special capitals, including the truly remarkable and beautiful Constantina, no longer have to spin anything to make it easier for us to hear the tough parts of this journey. We get them, and we accept them as challenges to do